This is June the 12th, Friday, 1959, the CKY Caravan at Grahamdale, Manitoba, with Hal Lone Pine, Lone Pine Jr., Stan Winnestock, Gene and Laurie, Jack Paget, and Uncle Hiram.
When you're all alone and blue and you don't know what to do, call me up and I'll come calling on you. When you're all alone at home and no one calls you on the phone, call me up and I'll come calling on you. When the teardrops big and round and your eyes so big and brown and your little old heart's about to break in two, well, I know you know we know that to know I'm in love with you. Call me up and I'll come calling on you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, folks, and welcome to our little get-together tonight. Enjoy yourself throughout the evening, and after our show follows the dance until 2. I'd like to take time now to introduce you to the boys that we have here on the stage tonight. First of all, I'll introduce this fellow here who's on a diet like myself. We went to the doctor. We haven't been feeling too well the last couple months. The doctor says to me, he says, you're 32 pounds overweight. What's happened to you? And I says, doctor, I got an army stomach. Everything I eat goes right to the front. So he put me on a very strict diet from 2,400 calories a day down to 1,000 and less. So you're looking at some pretty weak hillbillies here tonight, I'll tell you that. But this fellow here, he just finished up a very successful season with Saddle Songs on CBC in Winnipeg. And he was on his way back to Nashville, Tennessee, and we heard about it, and we invited him to join our show. In fact, he's related to me. He's my second cousin. The first one didn't turn out too good. What do you say we give him a hand? This is Jack Paget. Jack Paget. And we'll go from one extreme to the other now and introduce a little fellow over here that plays a mighty fine fiddle. He's a good boy and single girls. He's the smallest but the strongest boy in the show. In fact, I can smell him from here. Boy, stinks good too. What do you say we give him a hand for Stan Winnestock from Forties the Prairie? Stan's the underweight champion of the world. Here's a little fellow back here. That's not really a mustache he's wearing. He swallowed a rat and left the tail sticking out. It's a cookie duster, a misplaced eyebrow. But he's my oldest son, and I'm very happy to have him along with the show. Junior, let's give him a hand. Of course, I'd like to introduce myself, and I don't blame you folks for my name. My name is Lone Pine. Thank you very much. My daddy is responsible for my name. You see, I was one of twins, and we were born while my folks were downtown shopping for groceries. When they came back with the carload full of groceries, they heard all these strange sounds coming from the household. Wow, am I ever getting a shock tonight when I touch this track? What's wrong here?
Yeah, the amplifier's plugged in all the way down.
Ooh, boy.
You want me to change it? You talk now.
Man, that makes me think of the time that I was going through Massachusetts down in Boston. We got lost a little bit there, and I motioned to the officer to come over. I'd like to get a little bit of information. And about that time, a lady says, "Officer, officer," she says, shouting out to the top of her voice. The officer says, "I'll be with you in just a minute." And I'll never forget that lady screeching at the officer. She says, "Officer," she says, "if I happened to put one foot on the trolley track and the other foot on the trolley wire, would I get a shock?" He says, "No, but the neighbors would." So Daddy came home, and my mother, and they heard all this screeching, and Daddy says, "I wonder who's invaded our household." So he opened the door, and Daddy took one way, and my mother took the other way, and Daddy found us first. Us two little twin boys were yapping our heads off. We were laying in the soap box in back of the stove. And Daddy come over, and he says, "Mother, dear, come over here." He says, "Look and see what we have. The stock has brought us a little set of twins." He says, "Mother," he planted a big kiss on her cheek. He says, "Mother, you pick out the one you want, and we'll drown the other one." Well, here I am. I was the only one who could swim. How do you do, madam? Do? Gee, I know a lot of folks got a place to sit, but no place to put it. There's some boys crowd the girls a little. But anyway, I don't want to brag or anything, but I think I was the cutest in the twin boys. I know the folks used to come, all the neighbors for miles around, to see us two little twin boys, and they'd always lean towards me. They'd pick me up in their arms and rock me to sleep and kiss my pretty little pink toes. Of course, they don't do it now. Well, that's all a matter of taste. But, here's the first song I'd like to do for you now. It's called the Elevator Song, or Pick Me Up on Your Way Down. It goes like this. Just a while, now you're putting on the style, and you never once look back at your home across the track. You're the gossip of the town, but my heart can still be found where you toss it on the ground. Pick me up on your way down. Pick me up on your way down when you're blue and all alone. When the glamour starts to bore you, come on back where you belong. You may be their pride and joy, but they'll find another toy when they take away your crown. Pick me up on your way down. Change your attitude, make you haughty and subdued. Your new friends can't take the blame, underneath you're still the same. When you find these things are true, I'll be waiting here for you as you tumble to the ground. Pick me up on your way down. Pick me up on your way down when you're blue and all alone. When the glamour starts to bore you, come on back where you belong. You may be their pride and joy, but they'll find another toy when they take away your crown. Pick me up on your way down. Thank you. Thank you, music lovers. Thank you very much. You make me feel so unnecessary. I trust that our sound system is going to be a little bit loud for you folks down here in the front row, and I'm awful sorry about it. But we have to have a little loud for the folks to be able to hear it in the front row. Usually we have all the little children down the front row. What the heck, they don't mind the noise. But it's going to be a little rough on you folks. If it gets a little loud, just holler and I'll back away from the mic a little bit so it won't be too loud for you. Well, I feel a little bit weak tonight. I don't know if I'm going to last it through or not. As soon as I get that coffee, I hope they send up a cup. How do you feel, Jack?
Well, I feel just a little weak, too. Harold, I noticed you told the folks down there you were 31 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
It was 56 pounds overweight.
Hey, no,
to me, it was 31 pounds overweight.
Wait a minute now. Listen, that's stretching things too far now.
I was just going to tell that lady down there's a seat down here if she'd care to come around. And it's right down on the corner.
That's right. There's some seats over here, folks. Some of those little boys don't mind you crowding them a little bit there. And, let's see. I was a little bit overweight, too, when I was down in West Virginia when I worked at the Jamboree down there. And a good buddy of mine who entertained in the auditorium in Winnipeg, well, he owns a Palomino ranch down there, and he says to me, he says, Pine, you look a little overweight. He says, why don't you come out with me at 5:30 in the morning and get a little exercise and help me to exercise the horses? And I did, and you'd be surprised how much I fell off in the first 2 weeks. Well, anyway, I got another song I'd like to do for you. Well, I'm still at the door, chilled to the core, and I don't believe in taking me back no more. Well, out in the cold, I'm shivering so, my bones are rattling in the breezes that blow. Well, hand a bit nice, 'cause I'm about to die. Let me in the chow, 'cause I'm cold as ice. Well, hungry too, and the spilled chicken stew. Hannah, Hannah, well, I love on you, oh Hannah, 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 won't you open the door? Hannah, 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 won't you don't you love me no more? Because I need the place behind the stove that he used to have before. Hannah, 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 doggone it, girl. Hannah, I know you're in there because I can hear you snoring. Hannah, Hannah, why the dickens don't you open the door? Oh, let me in, please, well, honest, I'll freeze. Well, I'll catch the grip, but here I started to sneeze. Hush up that rhyme, cause it's a crime. Singing the song about the old summertime. Old frost in my feet, my nose is like a beet. Let me in the shower, cause I need some heat. Say I love you still, and I always will. Hannah, Hannah, this is just oh me, oh, Hannah. Hannah, Hannah, won't you open the door? Hannah, 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 won't you change your man? This is Hal Lone Pine, don't you love me no more? Because I need the place behind the stove that he used to have before. Hannah, Hannah, Hannah. I know what I'll do. I'll try the back door. I never missed one yet. Hannah, honey child, you're just right for me. Why the dickens don't you open the door? Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to step out of the way now and let my son, Junior. We have quite a few request numbers to take care of tonight, and we'll do our level best to take care of every one that we possibly can. But here's Junior now to pick a tune for you on the guitar. And I'm going to ask him what he's going to do. You're not going to do the one. You're not going to do the one that we played over in Ashburn last night, eh?
Yeah, I'll do that.
The bedbug song.
The bedbug song, yeah.
Is that the one you played?
No, that's not the one I played last night.
You know why? Because you don't even remember the bedbug song, do you?
Oh.
The bedbug song goes, I'll meet you in the spring if I can get through the mattress. I knew he didn't remember it. What was the name of the tune?
Country Gentleman.
Oh, Country Gentleman. That's a fine one. Going to play his own rhythm, his own melody, variations and fill-ins and elucidations at the same time on this next tune, and I'll let him tell you what he's going to do. Tune.
Oh, I'll do one called Hungarian Dance number 5.
Oh, that sounds like a good one. Hungarian Dance number 5. Gee, I don't even know the first one. suppose you folks are wondering what we have the two microphones tonight. Usually we use just this one here, but tonight the CKY radio station in Winnipeg wanted us to tape record our show and the audience reaction, how they take a liking to the show. So even if you don't like it, make believe you do, will you? Because it means our job, see? We go back and there's nobody applauding, nobody laughing when we tell the jokes and everything. Well, hell, they're going to say, well, gee, we got to get rid of these folks. We like it up here. But anyway, we'll cut that part off what I just said there. We won't put that on the air. Okay, I want to introduce a couple of fine young ladies to you folks now. Little lady is taking over for my wife, Betty Cody, who was taken off the road owing to sickness. She had an awful shock. Someone showed her a $5 bill and she never got over it. But these little ladies do a wonderful job. They're following along in the footsteps of their parents. Their parents were in show business. Bernard was brought up in London, England. He was known all over the country and all over the world as one of the country's greatest dancers. In fact, he died dancing at the end of a rope. But their mother was with the Ringling Brothers Circus for nigh on 11 years. She was an acrobat dancer and a wonderful dancer too. Her mother, the girl's mother, used to bend way back over. Oh, I couldn't do it tonight. They used to bend way back over like this and pick up a handkerchief with her teeth. Isn't that wonderful? The folks used to, oh, what a round of applause, what a wonderful ovation. And for an encore, their mother used to bend way back over like this and pick up her teeth. I'll tell you, one of the girls tonight, namely Jean, has got a terrible cold. And you know this time of year is the worst time of year to get rid of a cold. You just can't seem to get rid of it, especially the kind of weather we've been having. And in Winnipeg, I'm telling you, we're just getting about ready to move out there, you know, especially in St. Patel, because it's getting ready to get a flood over there. And then before that, we had winds. Winds, and I heard the weatherman, I heard the weather forecast tonight. I listened in there tonight, CKY, and the weather forecast tomorrow, it's going to be with high winds, gusting high winds tomorrow, followed by high skirts, followed by... followed by Jack Paget. But anyway, I'm getting away from the subject that I started on, which I'd like to have you folks excuse little Jean for the bad cold that she has tonight. In fact, she could have had pneumonia if she'd wanted it. But she'll struggle and do her best, you know. The show must go on, no matter if you're sick or not. You've got to go on and do the show just the same. So these girls are game little entertainers, and they do a fine job. The the twin sisters. Let's give a hand, bring them out here. Jean and Laurie, okay?
Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness, hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye love, bye-bye sweet caress, hello emptiness, I feel like I could die. Bye-bye my love, goodbye. There goes my baby with someone new. He sure looks happy, I sure am. He was my baby till she stepped in. Goodbye to romance, that might have been. Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness, hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye love, bye-bye sweet caress, hello emptiness, I feel like I could die. Bye-bye my love, goodbye. Through with romance, I'm through with counting the stars above. And here's the reason why I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me. Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness, hello
Ain't this a heck of a way to make a living, huh? It must be an easier way. Little Stan over here, these boys are putting on the show by themselves over here, you know. They got all kinds of jokes they're telling now. I tell them over here, and Stan Jr.'s telling some over there on that side, too, there. They got all their own little secrets, you know. But I wanted to warn you girls. I want to warn you. I know what they're talking about, you know. There's only one thing boys at that age think of. You know what it is, don't you? Girls. See? And as soon as the show is over, while we're getting ready for the dance, I watch them every night. I give Jack the nudge. I say, now you watch them. They're the fastest they move in the whole show. They get their instruments put away in the cases. They make a beeline right for that door. And they stand out there, and they make eyes, wink at you girls, try to make dates. I'm just warning you. It's up to you if you want to date with them, but I'm telling you, if I was you, I wouldn't pay one bit of attention because they do it every night. Don't pay one bit of attention. Just put your head right up high and walk out to the outside door, and Jack and I'll be out there waiting for you. These two boys, no kidding, they're what we call lady killers with a show. Oh, I mean, that's just a matter of speech. I mean, they're not really lady killers. They just cripple them up a little bit so Jack and I can handle them. See, that's what they do.
Not Stan Lone Pine. He starves them to death.
Am I ever getting a shock when I test this thing? What does it, I wonder?
I don't know.
Never did before. I think it's this Kazooza here. I'm going to ask little Stan one to start from Portage to come in here to do a tune for you that King Gannon from CBC in Toronto wrote this song and has it on a record. And it's called Josh King's County Breakdown. So let's go with it, Stan, huh? All right. Thank you. I know what CKY is going to say when we go back now. Of course, we'll have to cut this, what I'm talking about now, off the tape. They're going to say, well, keep that boy with the fiddle. He got the biggest hand there. Don't you let that fool you.
Feet.
I guess. There's a little fella he's little, but he eats a lot. I'll tell you that. Boy, I never seen a guy can put away so much food in all of my life. And he's spawned to foreign foods. He just won't eat anything, you know. I mean, he's got to have special kind of food, like Italian spaghetti and chop suey and frog's legs and all kinds of things like that, you know. He eats all that. We went into the restaurant there in Ashland, a very good friend of ours, and they got a new waitress there. And the waitress came over. She says, "Can I help you boys?" And little Stan always speaks up first. He says, "Yes, ma'am, you can." He says, "Do you have frog's legs?" She says, "No, it's rheumatism makes me walk this way." And she says to Stan, "No." She says, "I'll tell you what we have on the menu." She says, "We have some nice steak." And Stan says, "No, steak doesn't agree with me. It doesn't agree with my pocketbook." She says, "I'll tell you what we have then." She says, "We have some nice, we have some nice pork chops." He says, "No, pork chops doesn't agree with me. It makes me breaks my face, break out with pimples. It doesn't agree with me." She says, "We have some nice lamb's tongue." He says, "Ma'am, I'll have you know I'd never eat anything that comes out of an animal's mouth." So we had some eggs. Oh, man. I just read this. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm really getting... From now on, you're going to have to do this.
All right,
I'm getting too many shocks tonight. Let's see now. What do we usually do? Usually Junior sings. That's right. I was getting mixed up a little bit tonight. Usually Junior sings. I want you to know he's not a singer. He's not a singer. He's a lover. I mean, he's a guitar player. That's what he is. Yeah, I'm always mixed up. But he's right at the age now that his voice is changing. It's halfway between a pig squeal and a 6 o'clock whistle. But no kidding, he's going to do some singing for you. And I know he won't be able to touch this microphone with that electric guitar. If you touch this microphone, brother, you're going to get a shock.
Well, listen, could you just put it down just about an axe handle?
Yeah, let Jack do it.
That's fine. Thank you.
What kind of an axe handle, Sonny? Hatchet or a broad axe?
That's good. I'll see. Well, I guess I'm elected to sing, so I'll sing a little song that Jimmy Rogers, the old Jimmy Rogers, wrote this, called Any Old Time You Want to Come Back Home. Any old time you want to come back home, just draw me a line and say no more you'll roam. You've had a chance to play the game fair, but when you left me, honey, you only left a load of care. You'll find me right here. It's just the way you left me alone. Any old time you want to come back home. Come back home. Just draw me a line and say no more you'll roam. You've had a chance to play the game fair, but when you left me, honey, you only left a load of care. You'll find me right here. It's just the way you left me alone. And the old time you want to come back home. Now I'm going to sing a second song here for all the girls tonight.
I knew it, didn't I, Jay? I knew you was going to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to sing a song to all the little girls in the front row.
Yeah, I know it. All the little girls. Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess they're not so little, are they? Well, are there any little girls here tonight? Oh, there's one down there. Let's see. Well, anyway, this song is going to be for all the little girls in the audience.
All the big ones, too.
Okay. Goes like this. Take your fingers out of your mouth, I want a kiss from you. Take your fingers out of your mouth, I want to love you so. Candy kisses are mighty sweet, but your kisses can't be beat. Take your fingers out of your mouth, I want a kiss from you, baby, I want a kiss from you. Out of your mouth, I want to love you so. Candy kisses are mighty sweet, but your kisses can't be beat. Take your fingers out of your mouth, I want a kiss from you, baby, I want a kiss from you.
Thanks a lot, folks. Appreciate that. All this fooling around. Like Lone Pine says, you don't have to be crazy to be in this business, but you'd be surprised how much it helps. Right now, friends, we going to do something just a little different on the show. We always figure that a show of this type is never really complete unless we include a nice hymn or a nice spiritual number on it. And tonight the girls have chosen a real old Southern gospel tune that you don't hear too much around these parts. And they said that they'd like to do it for you tonight, and we hope that all you fine folks are going to enjoy it. It's called Take Up Thy Cross.
I walked one day along a country road, and there a stranger journeyed to, bent low beneath the burden of his load. It was the cross I knew. Take up thy cross and follow me. I hear the blessed Savior call. How can I make a lesser sacrifice when Jesus paid it all? I cried, Lord Jesus, and he spoke my name. I saw his hands all bruised and torn. I need to kiss away the mark of shame, the shame for me that he had borne. Take up thy cross and follow me. I hear the blessed Savior call. How can I make a lesser sacrifice when Jesus paid it all? How can I make a lesser sacrifice when Jesus paid it all?
Thank you very much, folks. We hope that you enjoyed the hymn tonight by Gene and Laurie and Jack Paget, our hymn for our show tonight. We have some souvenirs in case... Thank you, Jack. We have some souvenirs tonight, folks, in case you'd like to have something to remember our little get-together here.